से हम डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया का शो यहाँ पर कर रहे हैं. बहुत से लोग आते हैं. Now a lot of people have many questions. Now, obviously, when you call to the radio show, you just, he can just answer a couple of questions for you guys. But for a detailed reading, you can always reach out at www.saketbhatia.com. ये इनका वेबसाइट है. ईमेल एड्रेस है info@saketbhatia.com and contact number है consultations के लिए 408-639-5300 408-639-5300 is the number. So yes, I had to do it because a lot of people थोड़ा सा difficulty हो रही थी आपका number पकड़ने के लिए. तो 408-639-5300 is for a longer consultation for a proper reading. अब हम Facebook पर भी live चल रहे हैं और radio पर भी live है. And you know what, it is that day of the week जिसके लिए हम इंतजार करते हैं कि कब डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया आए और हमें किसी एक नई चीज के बारे में बताएं. And आज का टॉपिक होगा वीनस.
Today's topic is Venus. Venus को हम हिंदी में शुक्र भी कहते हैं. This is a planet which is not discussed very frequently, but इसकी importance बहुत है. See, Venus is the planet that is associated with love, romance, marriage, comfort, luxuries, happiness, wealth, enjoyment. Basically all the good things in life. अगर आपको घर चाहिए, बोट चाहिए, प्लेन चाहिए, गाड़ी चाहिए, it is Venus. If you like eating good food, like wearing good clothes, it's Venus. You like living in a big house, it is Venus. You have lots of romance between a married couple, it is Venus. So Venus is not discussed that much because people take it for granted कि पैसे कमाने हैं, health बढ़ानी है, but appreciating those things that you have in life, getting a sense of satisfaction in life, being content in life comes from Venus. Venus is the planet of finance, fashion, beauty, music, writing, luxury. जो है, it's all Venus.
You've got me so curious. Now I really want to know मेरा Venus का placement, लेकिन definitely after the show. तो बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण और बहुत ही important लग रहा है Venus का placement. So आज क्या क्या बातें करेंगे apart from, obviously I have a set of questions to ask you. So yes, जी continue करें आप Venus के बारे में.
So I'm just trying to give you an introduction into Venus, why Venus
Right.
is important, right? So remember one thing, in astrology, there's a story. Jupiter and Venus, ये जो दो planets हैं, they both studied under the same guru, Anjirasa. Okay. Anjirasa was Jupiter's father. Anjirasa eventually decided that Jupiter will be the teacher to the gods, while Venus will be teacher to the Asuras, which is demons. Therefore, Venus also became Shukracharya. That means the teacher of the demons. Why is he called teacher of demons? Because luxury, property, all that stuff is considered to be distracting you from spirituality. It's distracting you from other stuff that you should be focusing on in life. Comforts, romance. हम जितने affairs देखते हैं लोगों के होते हैं, it's all because of strong Venus. Okay. I think in your chart, you must have a very balanced mix of all your planets, whether it is Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. एक balance हो तो अच्छा होता है. Right? असुर जो होते हैं, they are more interested in materialistic things and procreation. अगर आपका Venus strong है, बच्चे भी ज्यादा होंगे आपके. Okay.
Wow.
So this is just a basic introduction into Venus, like why it is important. If you don't have a strong Venus, you're not going to be happy in life. Satisfaction, contentment nahi milega. There are some people who have everything in life and still complain. Why? Afflicted Venus. It makes them aspire for more. Jitna hai, utna kafi nahi hai. So make sure your Venus is strong. Make sure your Venus is good. That's why Venus is important. Now we can move to the next one,
Yeah. So does that even cover the overview of Venus? या फिर हम और
Oh
उस पे
no, not at
tap
all.
it कर सकते हैं? So shall we
Overview
just
of
discuss
Venus
the
is going to
overview of
be
Venus now?
relatively long.
Okay.
So Venus in astrology, Venus owns two signs, Taurus and Libra. Okay. If you look at a kingly position, जहाँ king होता है, queen होता है, which is sun and moon, Venus is the minister. So his cabinet position is minister. Okay. It's a very fast moving planet. It moves 1 degree per day. 360 years may it covers one whole, the zodiac. It's a watery planet. Now, here is the important thing. It represents spouse in a birth chart. For a woman, Jupiter represents the husband. For a man, Venus represents the wife. Venus typically matures at age 25, which means at the age of 25, you will start getting benefits of this planet. Because before you're 25, you're still in school, you're working, you just get your first job. But 25 pay, you start getting your job and start living on your own. That's when you say, okay, I need a bigger house, I need a bigger car, I need a relationship. All that happens at 25 when Venus starts maturing. Astrology zodiac mein Venus is very strong if it is placed in the fourth house. Fourth house is the house of Venus. It gives you happiness in that house. So when we look at someone who has a strong Venus, very strong.
We have a phone call. Shall we take it?
Sure.
Hello. I think I've got.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
You'll have to turn down the radio volume, please.
Okay.
And you'll have to hold the line. No, you have to hold the line. Hold the line, please.
My call has dropped, so I can't hear anything, Uma.
You'll have to call back again. Sorry, I have a problem connecting you with Dr. Saket. And you'll have to turn down the radio volume, please. Sorry about that. So we are in conversation with Dr. Saket Bhatia, and as we all know, Dr.
6 4 6 5 9 1 1.
You'll have to call back again.
1 6 4 6 5 9
I have
should we
some
proceed then?
technical difficulties currently. I am trying to reconnect with Dr. Saket Bhatia. I think you're disconnected. You'll have to call me back.
Okay, that's fine. But you can
Dr.
hear me on
Saket,
radio,
you'll have
right?
to call me back.
1 4 0 8 4 8.
Okay. Is this
Sorry,
clear now?
Yes, it is much clear. Actually, जो शख्स हमें फोन कर रहे थे, उनका रेडियो वॉल्यूम बहुत हाई था, and I was trying to connect him, but he wouldn't, So अगर आप tuned in हो, आपको अपना रेडियो वॉल्यूम एकदम जीरो करना है पहले, फिर फोन करना है. अगर आप सुन रहे हो, इसीलिए मैं आपको connect patch through नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. So you can call back again. The number to call Dr. Saket is 848-247-9911. But I keep requesting all the time, please अपना radio volume बिल्कुल turn off करें और उसके बाद phone करें, because it becomes very difficult for me to patch you through. Sorry. Yes, Dr. Saket, हम बात कर रहे थे about the overview of. Okay, there you go again. I have the phone call again. Let's see if I can connect him through. Okay, and
Hi, good afternoon.
hi,
Oh,
you're
good,
on
good. How
air
are you
and
doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I want to ask about my son.
Sure.
His name is Gopal.
Okay.
His date of birth is June 13, 1998.
Go little slow. Little slow. Okay.
Okay.
June,
Born 1959,
AM or PM?
June 13, 1998,
Okay.
10:59 p.m.
10:59 PM. Okay.
He born near USA, New York.
Which city? New York City में?
आज न्यूयॉर्क सिटी में पैदा हुआ है।
Okay.
मैं इसकी हेल्थ और प्रोग्रेस के बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ।
June 13, 1998 at 10:59 at PM
हाँ जी।
in New York, New York. तो आपको क्या you want to know about health and progress?
हेल्थ एंड प्रोग्रेस।
Progress मतलब what exactly?
यानी उसकी अच्छी जॉब कब लगेगी, यानी उसका घर कब बचेगा, वगैरह वगैरह।
देखो हेल्थ में इज रनिंग राहु दशा। ये जो कुंडली बनती है दैट इज कैप्रिकॉर्न असेंडेंट। कैप्रिकॉर्न असेंडेंट के लिए द मेन प्लैनेट हैपेंस टू बी सैटर्न। वो बैठ गया है फोर्थ हाउस में। वीनस भी बैठा है फोर्थ हाउस। आज बात कर रहे थे वीनस की। वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वीनस। योर सन इज रनिंग राहु वीनस दशा। राहु वीनस जब जाता है इट गिव्स मैरिज। तो इज योर क्वेश्चन घर कब बसेगा? और पहली बात लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ हेल्थ। व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इन हेल्थ हियर?
ये ये तो बाकी साहब आप मुझे बताया ना, मैंने आपसे कहा है कि उसकी हेल्थ में तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम इशू चल रहा है।
नहीं, हेल्थ का जो प्रॉब्लम दिख रहा है हमको, मर्क्यूरी अपने घर में बैठा है। सो इस कुंडली के लिए मर्क्यूरी इज अ गुड प्लैनेट। अच्छा प्लैनेट है। द ओनली हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स, देखिए हम हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स देख सकते हैं मर्क्यूरी और मून की यहाँ पर। ओके, मर्क्यूरी मीन स्किन रिलेटेड, नर्वस सिस्टम, डिप्रेशन। मून कैन मीन समथिंग रिलेटेड टू एजमा, इट कैन मीन फ्लो ऑफ ब्लड। इतनी सारी है। यू हैव टू टेल मी स्पेसिफिकली विच प्रॉब्लम। वी कैन टेल यू कि लॉन्ग टर्म है कि शॉर्ट टर्म है।
नहीं, इसको प्रॉब्लम ये है कि इससे यूरिन जो है बर्निंग पे आता है, यूरिन में पेन है और यूरिन में ब्लड आता है, और इसका स्वभाव से ये जिद बहुत करता है, और इसका वेट ओवर वेट लाइक बिटवीन 240 to 250
ओके
and she's a bit 6 foot and 4,
ओके।
डायबिटीज भी है, ब्लड प्रेशर भी है।
So the diabetes, blood pressure, Saturn, Venus in fourth house will do it. But जो आप blood and urine बोल रहे हो, I don't see that in the chart. That is something new कि बहुत टाइम से है।
ये तो बहुत टाइम से इसकी सर्जरी भी की है मैंने इधर आधार शो के अंदर, सर्जरी से भी कुछ इसका इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ। अभी ये 3 साल हो रहे हैं डॉक्टर, ये 3 साल हो रहे हैं डॉक्टर साहब कि मैं इस वजह से बहुत परेशान हूँ।
I would 3 साल।
ये 22 साल से शुरू हुआ है, इसको 22 साल से शुरू हुआ है, 3 से भी ज्यादा साल हो रहे हैं, 4 साल हो रहे हैं आप लगा के।
तो इसका
22 साल से
ओके इस
तो ये 26 साल हो गए।
तो इसका मतलब ये राहु मर्क्यूरी दशा में स्टार्ट हुआ था समवेयर इन 2019। ओके, जब तक राहु दशा चलेगी ये प्रॉब्लम रहेगा। दैट मींस इट्स गोइंग टू लास्ट टिल जून ऑफ 2028।
2028
जून तक ये प्रॉब्लम रहेगा हेल्थ का। देयर इज नो। हाँ,
आप क्या सलाह देते हैं, इसका क्या करना चाहिए, कैसे ये ठीक हो सकता है, कैसे इसको सद्बुद्धि मिल सकती है?
पहली बात तो ही नीड्स टू लूज वेट। दैट इज गोइंग टू सॉल्व हाफ द प्रॉब्लम। बिकॉज आई सी आगे जाके देयर विल बी प्रॉब्लम्स रिलेटेड टू मून व्हिच इज फ्लो ऑफ ब्लड। फर्स्ट फिक्स हिज वेट, देन फिक्स हिज कुंडली में मर्क्यूरी इज अ वेरी स्ट्रांग प्लैनेट। वो एक्चुअली नेगेटिव घर में है। आपके दो क्वेश्चन थे, हेल्थ और शादी, घर कब बसेगा, राइट?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, घर के थोड़ी जॉब की प्रॉब्लम कब होगी, कुछ जॉब लगेगा नहीं, जॉब करेगा नहीं करेगा, अभी तो कुछ नहीं करता, तो
प्रॉब्लम
4 साल से घर।
क्वेश्चंस बहुत ज्यादा है, मुश्किल हो जाएगा इतना रेडियो पे आंसर करना। बट अगर आपको क्विक आंसर चाहिए तो हेल्थ इज नॉट गोइंग टू गेट सॉल्व टिल 2028 जून, नंबर 1। शादी का टाइम अभी फिलहाल आया नहीं है। यू कैन स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर समबडी इन अर्ली 2026। उससे पहले नहीं आया है शादी का टाइम। ओके, एंड एज फार एज जॉब गोस, you'll have to wait another 1 year and 1 month बिफोर जॉब का दशा आती है।
Okay.
You can always call us offline. We can answer more. रेडियो पे इतना टाइम नहीं मिलता आप डिटेल आंसर करने का. Unfortunately, it's like one question.
मैं आपकी शुक्रगुजार हूँ.
आप फोन कर लीजिए. There is no issue. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, God bless you.
Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच. एंड फिर से एक बार हम रिपीट करना चाहते हैं कि अगर आपके पास एक से ज्यादा सवाल हैं तो कोशिश करें कि कीप इट शॉर्ट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बिकॉज टू बी फेयर डॉक्टर साकित भाटिया चाहते हैं कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को वो एडवाइस दें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को गाइड करें, हेल्प करें. अभी जो कॉलर ने फोन किया था, अगर आप ट्यून्ड इन हो, 408 639 5300 408 639 5300 6395300. तो ये नंबर पर आप एक डिटेल कंसल्टेशन के लिए, डिटेल रीडिंग के लिए डॉक्टर साकित भाटिया को फोन कर सकते हैं. ईमेल आईडी है उनका info@saketbhatia.com और वेबसाइट है saketbhatia.com. एंड जिन लोगों ने अभी अभी ट्यून इन किया है, स्टूडियो का नंबर है 848-247-9911. That is 848-247-9911. हम बात कर रहे हैं आज वीनस की. Why is Venus important? Overview of Venus and काफी सारी चीजें about Venus, and we're still discussing the overview of Venus. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So I was talking about overview of the planet Venus. See, one thing you have to understand, in the night sky, Venus is brighter in strength than Mars, Jupiter, and even Saturn. Saturn तो बहुत दूर हो गया. But when you look up in the sky, the big bright white light that is flashing is Venus. ये Venus छोटा है, but it shines like a diamond, right, in the sky. Now, for half of the year, Venus is visible in the night sky immediately after the sun sets. We call it the evening star.
Right.
For the remainder half of the year, Venus is visible just before the sunrise takes place. So it is called the morning star. So half of the year you can see Venus, and the other half you cannot see Venus.
Wow.
Venus is very close to the sun. So Kundali mein, you will always notice Venus is no more than 2 houses away from the sun. Venus goes retrograde once every 18 months. Okay. And it goes retrograde for 6 weeks. So Venus is the planet of diplomacy, competency. Jitne diplomats dekhte hain who work for consulates, who work for high-level government positions must have a strong Venus. Actors, actresses must have a strong Venus because it makes you look beautiful, makes you look handsome. If you have afflicted Venus, you will have scars on your body. You won't look very nice. Right? Venus gives lots of feminine properties to a woman. In fact, agar male mein Venus zyada strong ho jaye, the man starts acting more like a female. Remember that.
Wow.
Venus likes comfort. So he's very happy in the 4th house, which is the house of property, house of vehicles. Virgo is the sign that is associated with work and hard work and daily routine. And therefore, Venus is never good. अगर आपकी कुंडली में Venus 6th house या Virgo में बैठा है, typically these people are never happy with what they do. They're never content because they dream of having a life of luxury, but they don't work very hard at it. So we have to fix these things. When we look at a kundali, when we look at a chart, we see where is your Venus, how strong your Venus is. And accordingly, we can give you some direction, some guidance as to what you need to do. If you have a very weak Venus and you come to me and say, I want to become a model, it's just not possible. If you have a strong Venus and you're telling me, I want to become a movie director, we'll say, no, you need to be an actor. You need to be in front. People need to see you. You see, jitne influential spiritual leaders bhi hote hain, the world looks up to them. They have strong Venus. They have leadership capability. So this is very interesting about Venus. This is a brief description ki Venus kya hai. You know, what is so important? What is so special about Venus?
So what is the Venus Karak for? And before you answer this question, एक बार फिर से मैं एक छोटा सा introduction और studio का number दे देती हूँ. Dr. Saket Bhatia, senior board member of the IVAN. He has a PhD in astrology, certified numerologist है, 25 साल से भी ज़्यादा experience है, 12,000 से भी ज़्यादा satisfied clients है, और ये clients range from celebrities to politicians to business people to the who's who all across the world, and so much so he's even been felicitated by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his contribution to the field of astrology. हमारी खुशकिस्मती है कि डॉक्टर साकिब भाटिया जो है एवरी ट्यूसडे 3 बजे से 4 बजे तक हमारे बीच होते हैं, लाइव हमसे कॉन्वर्सेशन करते हैं स्टूडियोज में रेडियो जिंदगी के. एंड of course today is a Tuesday, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. He's been here past 30 minutes. He's here for the next 30 minutes. And if you're around, if you have any questions regarding जो भी चीजें आपकी लाइफ में, maybe your career, your love life, your finances, whatever it is, or the marriage, सबसे ज्यादा common सवाल यही होता है लोगों का. So the studio का number है 848-247-9911. That is 848-247-9911. When you call in the studio, जो भी आपका एक दो important सवाल है वो address करेंगे, आपको guide करेंगे डॉक्टर साकिब भाटिया. So yes, back to the question. What is Venus Karak for?
Karak jo hota hai, that means significator. It means what does that planet internally represent? Whether it is your chart, my chart, or thousands of listeners on this radio show, Venus represents the same thing for all of us. Karak is significator. So what does Venus represent? Venus represents your spouse, your married life, the pleasures you will have in life.
I have a phone call.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second. I think I lost them. Are you still on, Dr. Saket? Okay, there we go. Hi, you're on air.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to know about my
I'm sorry, you wanted to know about?
About my Venus in my birth.
So what is your name?
Sonal.
Hi, Sonal. Have we spoken before?
No.
Okay. Sonal, what is your date of birth?
December 17, 1975.
December 17th, 1975. Okay. And what is your time of birth?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. And place of birth?
Mumbai.
You know, this is interesting because you're from Mumbai. We have the same year of birth. We have the same month of birth. There's just a little bit of difference between the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very close. So what is it you want to know about your Venus?
No, I just wanted to know about, I was listening to you and I just wanted to have more education about my Venus.
So you, in general, your Kundali shows you're a Gemini ascendant in Vedic astrology. Okay. Your sun is placed in Sagittarius. Aapka Venus is placed in the 5th house, which is its own house. He is conjunct Rahu. Your ascendant is 28 degrees, Venus is 18 degrees. In Navam's chart, Venus is exalted in Pisces in the 8th house. So your question will be, what does my Venus represent? So I'll just tell you a little bit about you. Venus in the 5th house makes you a wise person. You typically like, but you may not have any experience in speculation, but you could. If you'd have done it, you'd have made good money. Good taste in music. Do you have any kids?
Yes.
More daughters or more sons?
No, one son, one daughter.
If you were to have third, it would be a daughter, but just in general. Venus in 5th would give you more daughters. Fond of travel. Likes lots of luxury and style. Has an urge to be popular. Okay. Also, since it's in Libra, it gives a charming personality, a lovable person, happy sentiments, should give you a prosperous marriage and success in affairs related to heart and mind. This is in general. If you're asking me how your Venus is placed, it is very well placed. It is the second most important planet in your chart. Most strongest planet in your chart is Saturn, Shani. Second is Venus. Very good placement. No problem. It's a good chart. Definitely very good. How will this?
This year, will it be successful or career-wise?
You're running Saturn Mercury Dasha. In this Kundali, Saturn is strong. Mercury, however, is 6 houses away from Saturn. That will give you some challenges in your life. Mercury represents you and your house. I would say, do you have a job right now?
Yes.
Are you looking to change?
No.
So career-wise, what do you want then? I mean, if you're not looking to change, are you looking to start a business? What do you want in career?
I am having my own business, so I just wanted to grow.
If you have your own business, because of the Sun, Mercury in the 7th house, this year is going to be average for you. Because Jupiter has already transited. It's going to be average. If you really want a big boost in your career, you want something big taking place, then you're going to have to wait till 2025 September is when good things will actually happen to you. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much. And अगर आपने अभी अभी ट्यून इन किया है 848-247-9911, that's 848-247-9911, that's the studio number. And Dr. Saket Bhatia is here for another 20 odd minutes, another phone call. Let's speak to them.
Hello?
Hi, you're on air. Hello? Hello?
Can't hear anything. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
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 You'll have to turn off the radio.
Question. We're looking for a new house, so I'll give you birth details of myself or my husband.
We can give any one. It's easier when you deal with one right now.
I'll give you July 22, 1973.
July 22, 1973. Okay.
Delhi born, Sham ko 7:22 7:22 p.m.
So that's 1922 in Delhi. And what is your question?
We're currently looking for a house. We currently own a house, but पूछना था कब तक हो जाएगा.
क्या हो जाएगा? You want to buy another house?
जी. Looking for another. Yeah.
Are you looking to upgrade or are you looking to buy a second house? That's important.
It will be an upgrade because you sell the current one and then looking for a bigger upgrade. Yeah.
See, you're running Mars Dasha. Okay, in this Kundali, you're also owned by Saturn. It's a Capricorn ascendant. Mars is the lord of the 4th house, which is house, property, everything. Right now, you're running Mars Sun Dasha. So Mars itself is telling you, go buy the house. Okay. Sun is sitting in the 4th house. You know, you would have done better if you had closed the deal before 25th of May of this year, because that's a better time. Jupiter wahan tha, he would have helped you in so many ways. But since it's, nahi hua, my suggestion is you must buy the house before March of 2025. If you don't, the Dasha tilts against you. Okay.
So I know Jupiter is going to the next sign on May 5th.
तो वो उनके 4th हाउस से निकल जाएगा, लेकिन मार्स और सन शुरू हुई है, तो what are you saying, like हो पाएगा डील, या बिकॉज जुपिटर की मूवमेंट हो गई तो?
जुपिटर की मूवमेंट तो हो गई, बट ट्रांजिट्स टिपिकली ओनली होल्ड अबाउट 33% स्ट्रेंथ, एंड इस कुंडली में जुपिटर इज डिबिलिटेटेड एंड रेट्रोग्रेड, तो उसकी स्ट्रेंथ तो वैसे ही बहुत कम है. व्हाट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट इज दिस.
तो हाँ, वो तो
डजंट
पता
मैटर.
ही है, बट
लगन में है, बट इस कुंडली के लिए ही इज नॉट अ बेनिफिक प्लैनेट. ही इज लॉर्ड ऑफ थर्ड एंड लॉर्ड ऑफ ट्वेल्थ. Lord of 12th will always act as Lord of 3rd, and Lord of 3rd is negative. But Jupiter being a benefic strong planet जो अच्छा होता है, वो इतना potential नहीं देगा. Don't worry about that. Focus on the 4th house. Planets on the 4th house, aspects on the 4th house, and Lord. Lord की दशा चल रही है जो Mars है. Correct? और Sun is also in, technically Sun is on the 4th sign. So everything is pointing to you buying a house now. I would recommend 4 महीने में होता है तो better है. If you cannot do it, then try doing it before 2025 April. Otherwise, it's not going to be favorable for you. That's it. All I'm saying.
नहीं, डेफिनेटली होपफुली 4 months में अभी हो जाए, तो बिकॉज वी आर रियली लुकिंग टू डू इट एज सून एज पॉसिबल.
इस कुंडली में
तो
शतबाला में Mars is the strongest. So go ahead, do what you can. My suggestion is August. By the end of August, if you can close, even better for you. नहीं होता है, then August to April, March of 2025, still decent. Okay?
ठीक है, और अगस्त से पहले भी हो जाएगा तो वेल एंड गुड, राइट?
Much better. I would say much better.
ठीक है, नहीं, वी आर करंटली वेरी एक्टिवली लुकिंग, सो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू नो कि
Yeah. If you do close and you do buy, call us back. We'd like to know. It always helps when listeners call back. Many of them do. Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. All right, so इससे पहले कि हम आगे जाएं, मैं हैंड आउट करना चाहती हूँ डॉक्टर साकिब की जो ऑफिस का नंबर है, क्योंकि कुछ लोग बिकॉज वी आर ऑन अ टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट, बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्वर्सेशन आपकी नहीं हो पा रही है. सो 408-639-5300, 408-639-5300, और info@saketbhatia.com, saketbhatia.com इनकी वेबसाइट है, वहां पर जाएं, बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन है. एंड फिलहाल अगर स्टूडियो में कॉल करना है तो 848-247-9911. Now the world renowned Dr. Saket Bhatia is with us every Tuesday. होते हैं 3 बजे से 4 बजे तक. अब कुछ हमारे पास 20 मिनट या कुल मिला के कुछ 20-25 मिनट बाकी हैं to speak to you guys, and we're talking about Venus, and फिलहाल बात कर रहे थे what is Venus कारक for, significance इसका क्या है.
I was still talking about Karaks, right? And then we stopped.
Right.
Karak is a significator. तो वो Venus का तो we already discussed. Wife, marriage, luxury items, conveyance, cars, planes, boats, yachts, relationship
what
with other
happens?
people.
Strong Venus होता है किसी का, what is a kind of a recommended career or profession for them?
Could you repeat again? Because you're breaking up.
When there's a strong Venus in someone's chart, what is the kind of career path recommended for them, or a profession recommended for them?
Understand, Venus represents beauty. Venus represents luxury. So who are people who are beautiful that enjoy luxury? Definitely musicians, actors, people in the cinema line. Venus is also the planet of satisfaction, creativity, artists, poets, painting, fashion designers, chefs, cooks. Okay, now I just told you a minute ago, Venus is the karak of houses. Venus is the karak of property and vehicles. So real estate people, strong Venus.
Wow.
Vehicle dealers, jewelry designers, jewelry sellers. These people are the ones who are strong Venus. Diplomats, people who give advice, therapists, income tax and revenue department. These are people who are
Politicians, yes or no?
I would say no. That's more Jupiter.
Okay.
That is more Jupiter. Now remember, अगर Venus आपका weak hai, weak, then you were
Hmm.
always dependent on somebody else for satisfaction. If Venus is strong, you're overpowering. So we need a balanced Venus. Let's assume, in terms of planets, I'll give you an example. Let's say आपको life में कुछ करना है.
Hmm.
Okay, you want to do something. So the sun is you. It is your soul. You have to do something. The moon is your
Right.
mind. How are you going to do it? Okay.
Hmm.
Next, we are going to go to the next planet, which is Saturn. You're actually going to have to work hard. Saturn will tell how much effort you're going to put in that. Mercury is आप कितनी दिमाग use करोगे to make sure, or the strategy you will form to get that task done.
Mhm.
Jupiter is the wisdom you will take by getting the job done. Now, Mars is actually implementing that hard work. When do I do it? What tools do I use? And Venus is the satisfaction you will get from that job. So every planet has an important role in getting things done.
Exactly. That is such an amazing thing कि ये सारे planets मिलजुल कर काम करते हैं, and if they don't, or if they're not in sync, you know, it might not turn out the way you want it to be. 8482479911, just under 15 minutes for us to speak to Dr. Bhatia. अगर आपने फोन करना है स्टूडियो में 8482479911 is the number. So what are the remedies for a weak Venus?
When your Venus is weak, it can give you ailments in your body. It can give you all kinds of problems. But generally, हम देखते हैं कि जब Venus weak होता है, people are not satisfied. They're not happy. So we always tell you, Venus is a white planet. When you look in the sky, it's like a diamond, right? So we always say,
Right.
go donate something. Ghee, camphor, curd, rice, sugar, white cloth, white flowers, cow's milk.
Huh.
Go donate that on Friday at sunrise time. Doesn't matter where you go. Again, ghee, camphor, curd, silver, rice, sugar, white cloth, white flowers, and milk. Donate it on a on a Friday before sunrise. Pearl is a very good remedy when it comes to moon, and diamond is a good remedy when it comes to Venus. We see many women wearing Venus, right? The diamond
Yeah.
planet. Why do women wear diamonds? Ever thought about it? Because woman represents Venus, which is spouse in a man's chart. When a man gives a woman a diamond, he is reinforcing Venus in his chart. He's reinforcing marriage. He's reinforcing happiness. He's reinforcing stability in his marriage. That's why Venus is the planet that represents the diamond. It's pretty simple as that. If Venus is weak, it can cause disease also in people.
So you do mention we do mention Venus and illness and ailments. So what are the kind of ailments, or what are the kind of body parts that is going to be affected by a weak Venus?
So for one, Venus causes diabetes. If we see Venus, which is sitting with Saturn and impacted by Rahu or Ketu, we know chance of diabetes is strong. Venus, when it hits a female, it can restrict the number of children. Okay. Venus, when it hits a man, it can restrict the ability to have children. Venus can also cause kidney stones. Sorry?
I'm trying to take a phone. I have another phone call.
Sure.
Sorry. Hi, you're on air.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're on air.
I have a question about a friend of mine.
Sure.
His date of birth is April 27th, 1974.
April 27th, 1974. And he was born?
And he was born in Delhi, India.
In time?
4:15 p.m.
Or 15 p.m. Okay.
He's just starting his business, so I just wanted to know, like, he's doing his job also, but he's starting his business. So, like, how will it go? Like, what is the growth looking like? That's what it is. He's very stressed these days, so I just figured out just check for him.
So let's check again. April 27th, 1974, New Delhi at 4:15 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So when I look at this chart, I see Moon, Saturn, and Mars sitting in the house of career. How old is this
Okay.
person again? He's more than 36, so that'll pass. That's a good thing.
And just
Yeah, see, he's running Mercury Jupiter Dasha now. Mercury is the planet of business. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. In this Kundli, Mercury is the ascendant lord and also the lord of career. And Jupiter has a direct aspect on that. So it's a very good time to start business. Excellent time. But,
okay.
but, I'm going to say, but there is one thing that you have to be very aware of in this Kundli. Rahu is debilitated.
Okay.
Navam's chart mein 12th, 10th house Rahu is debilitated. So the business that he started, he's going to do it for a long time because Saturn beta hai. Moon is going to give him mental stress. Mars is going to make him work very hard. But that debilitated Rahu is not going to give him the results he wants that easily. Okay.
Yeah, so he's not getting the result. He's trying so hard and I feel so bad for him.
He is going to have a harder time all the way, I can safely say, till July of 2025. There is not going to be much of a respite for him. So whether he
Okay.
struggles or does something else, July is when things will improve, not before that of 25.
So can he, like, I don't know if he'll do any remedies, that's what it is. He doesn't, like, I believe in it and he doesn't, and it's very difficult to sometimes, communicate that. So I'm just trying to help him out as much as I can. So, okay.
You
Okay,
can
can I
call.
ask him to do anything, like, to fix it?
It's not, it takes time to fix. We can't just say, do this or do that, because he also has his Rahu Ketu both are debilitated. Ketu is sitting in the house of luck. आदमी का जब luck debilitated हो जाता है, you have to work a little harder. And remember, that debilitated dasha is going to start in 28. So although his business might take off from 25 to 28, the setback that he gets in 28 might hurt him. Call offline if you want. There's some things we don't want to discuss on radio like that, but जो आपको अच्छा लगे, okay?
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
And just about 5 minutes or 7 minutes actually to be precise. अगर आपने phone करना है 848-247-9911 is the studio number. And for the people that have already called in and would like to speak more or have a detailed reading, Dr. Saket Bhatia की office का number है 408-639-5300 408-639-5300 www.saketbhatia.com इनकी वेबसाइट है. info@saketbhatia.com इनका email address है. And yes, Venus and body parts or ailments की बात कर रहे थे हम. Do you think we can move on to the next question because we just have 6 more minutes left?
I think we should, we could. But remember, let's talk a little more about diseases that Venus can cause, na? Because that's important. Venus can, जब Venus नक्षत्र में आता है sun के, it causes eye diseases. If Venus sits in the nakshatra of moon, it causes all kinds of reproduction problems. Now, there is a very common saying in astrology, when you have Mars and Venus and they are conjunct in the 6th house or the sign of Capricorn, then it can be actually pretty nasty for you. They make the person go to the opposite gender, become addicted to it. So Venus Mars in Capricorn is known to cause that problem. It's not common in charts, but it does happen. Venus अगर Mercury के नक्षत्र में आता है, then it can cause skin pigmentation, white decoloration of skin. That is typically Venus and Mercury nakshatra, which makes sense because Venus is a white planet, Mercury is skin. Right. Now, Jupiter is what? Jupiter is a planet of, like I said last show, fat, body fat. When Venus comes in body fat, he actually expands the body fat. He causes jaundice. He causes you to get giddy. He causes weakness in your body. Venus, any planet in its own nakshatra does well. So Venus in Venus's nakshatra gives you good health. Venus in Saturn nakshatra is extremely hardworking person. And finally, Venus in Rahu and Ketu nakshatra causes all kinds of eye diseases and causes reproductive problems. So these are issues that are there in Venus. So when you call and you say, I have a medical problem, I have a health related problem, I have a health issue, you must tell us what it is. Because for us, we're not here to second guess and figure out what disease you have. You should tell us so we can analyze that and tell you, is this the only thing or there's more? Now, when people are calling on radio, they're asking one question, two questions, three questions. The important thing to note is, आपका future कैसे होगा? Always focus on your future. Present तो important है, but if present is, future is beautiful, it gives you hope. If present is nice and future is better, it gives you even more happiness. But अगर future अच्छा नहीं है, then you better fix it today.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're calling an astrologer, be open. Tell them everything that you want to share, everything that you need to know, because only then we can give you guidance. Looking at a kundali with 12 houses, 9 planets, degrees and aspects, figuring out your whole life will take us a lot of time. बहुत time जाता है. So please tell us क्या है question exactly so we can guide you better. Is it business? Is it career? कितने लोग call कर रहे हैं show पे asking me, should I get a better job? And my first answer is, ये job क्यों कर रहे हैं? They should be starting their own business. Some people asking me, when will I get married? And I look at the kundali and say, not now. Wait. 2 साल रुक जाओ. You're going to be very happily married. Focus on something else. So timing important होती है life में. If you start a business today, but that business is not going to take off another 10 years, you might as well do something else, because अब से लेके 10 साल के बीच में आप थक जाओगे. Very few people have the stamina and the potential to keep going without getting any returns in life.
Yes, the key is patience and consistency, but also you can be smart and Dr. Saket से आप consult करके right time सही मुहूर्त पर सही समय पर शुरू करें तो ज़्यादा बेहतर है. जी Dr. Saket.
So Venus जो है, we'll continue again next week discussing Venus, right?
Yeah,
Venus
we've
की
got
importance
just
क्या है?
about 2 more minutes. Yeah. और काफी सारी चीजें हैं जो हमने डिस्कस नहीं की अभी विनस के बारे में. डेफिनेटली वी विल रोल दिस ऑफ टू नेक्स्ट वीक एंड मे बी थोड़े बात क्योंकि काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है और काफी लोगों को जानना है इसके बारे में, तो मे बी कुछ चीजें यहाँ से हम रिकैप भी करेंगे about Venus the next week. And for the people that have just tuned in and were not able to connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia in the studio, of course, आपको next week भी chance है 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock every Tuesday. He's here in the studios for an absolutely free consultation. Alternatively, आप इन्हें reach out कर सकते हो इनकी office numbers पर, which is 408-639-5300, 408-639-5300. www.saketbhatia.com is the website. info@saketbhatia.com is the email address. And any closing words, Dr. Saket?
So that's pretty much it. Next week we'll continue talking about Venus. We'll take it a step further. हम discuss करते हैं कि Venus कैसे strong किया जाए, planetary position कैसे, so you can identify आपकी कुंडली में आपके characteristics क्या हैं. Are you a strong Venus, a weak Venus, or a moderate Venus? And then
yes, and
look forward to talking about it next week.
Yeah, today has got me so curious that I'm going to definitely figure out about my Venus.
Absolutely. And I can assure you, since you're already on radio, you already have a moderately strong Venus. I can assure you about that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
And goodbye to everybody. We'll connect again next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.